Recording in progress, that voice.
Yo, what's up? This is a chill podcast with Dustin and Alex, and we're here today with Court, 6'1" musician, currently stranded in New Mexico.
That's true.
And so, I mean, thanks for being here today with us, going through all of this freaking chaos in your life right now.
Turn the fuck up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Aside from being stranded in New Mexico, how's everything going for you?
How's what? Sorry, someone just rode past.
Oh, no worries, no worries. How are you today? Aside from, I guess, being in the desert.
I'm geeked. I'm tweaking. Honestly, I have like one kratom pill left, and I didn't do it, so I'm sober vibing right now. It's crazy.
Cool. What is kratom?
As in it's a beautiful day. I feel good.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
That's good.
That's good. So you just put out a music video and a song, I Know a Place, pretty recently, right? That was just a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah, that song is crazy.
Yeah, that video is crazy too. It's like you and a bunch of giant spider webs, and
yeah, it's kind of like funny, spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna tell us a little bit about the process for making that and putting that together?
My friend Rebecca and my newer friend from New York, Vanessa, pretty much made all the things for that video. And Rebecca is like the main editor, but Vanessa made like the trees, like the red, that like kind of evil shit, that like evil part.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a red forest, and then like there's like golden feathers, and then they also turn like angel blue.
Yeah, that was super striking.
Yeah, Vanessa made those, and then the rest of the video is like pretty much all Rebecca, and then we filmed me and put me in there in 3D, and that shit was hilarious. That's why I look like I'm fucking breaking.
Yeah, like
we
twisting around and everything.
What'd you say?
Like twisting around and everything.
Yeah, that
those
part, and like how I just like fly on the Wendy's cup.
Yeah. Did you like film that with a green screen or?
No, we didn't have green screen, so we were just like kind of bootlegging it, and we just filmed me in this room as I stuck my hands out. I don't know what it's called. Rebecca knows what it's called, but it was my first time using it. And then we put me in there and like edited like everything out except me. But we did it the hard way. For sure.
Man, yeah, that must have been time intensive, editing everything out. That's great though.
Oh, it's so funny because, well, maybe it's not that funny, but I'll let y'all decide. But I went over there to Rebecca's to like get a tattoo that's now on my back, and it's like a spider wave format. I like don't know how to tell y'all about the tattoo. I posted it a while ago in my story, but yeah, we went over for the tattoo, and then Rebecca and I were just joking the whole time, and I was like, "Yo, should we make a video?" And then we just did. We made a video for 2 days straight after that, and that was the video.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. That turned out.
Yeah. Pretty spontaneous shit.
For sure. That's great. I know you collaborated with other people on like music videos, and we talked to Casey Duran, and you did music for one of his films too. Are a lot of your collaborations just kind of spontaneous happenstance like that, or was this sort of uniquely spur of the moment? What
with my friends, it is spontaneous and it's like free form, but sometimes people will be like, I want you to make me something, and I have like a deadline. But yeah, most of the time it's pretty chill. I mean, just Atlanta in general. Atlanta doesn't like I don't know. I feel like Atlanta's really progressive, and everyone's like, we need safe space, like chilled. I don't know. There's everything's really open. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a ton of transplants, you know.
That's great. Yeah, that it's sounds like that scene down there is really fosters a lot of great collaborations.
Yeah, really good people, honestly. Really crazy place. Really fucking humid, y'all. Y'all don't have humidity over here. It's humid in Georgia.
Yeah, do you miss the humidity out there in Albuquerque? Are you how are you doing with the dry heat?
It's good. Sometimes I just wake up though, and then there's like blood in my nose.
That'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, that shit is kind of weird. Like y'all just like grew up with that. I'm just like, oh fuck.
I'd miss it though. I don't think I could wake up without a little bit of blood in my nose at this point. Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah. Also, I'm next to the highway, and my ears are really bad for making music. So sometimes I'll just be like, "Hey, what'd you say?" And one of those times is right now. What did you just say?
Oh, I don't think I would be able to wake up without a little bit of blood in my nose. You know, I'd miss it. Growing up in the dry air.
That sounds like you have something really wrong with you. Like,
Maybe. Yeah, that might not be a Colorado thing. That's probably just unique to me. That's
How did you get
Oh.
into making music? Like, when
What?
did it start for you? When did you start making music?
I guess when I was like 15. Pretty sure, because I got kicked out of my house when I was 14, and that forced me to do something that I don't know, something like find relation to the world or something.
That's so is music sort of your way of, when you say like find a relation to the world, can you expand on that a little bit? What how does that work for you? Is that still your relationship with it?
Yeah, kind of hell yeah. Because like everyone has emotions, you know, but people don't know how to get them out. And also, like, not everybody can do therapy and stuff. Or some people are opposed, some people don't have insurance. Now there's like, you know, better ways to go about stuff and free therapy. But yeah, music is always like the one thing that you can just, I don't know, like bang on the trash can. You can like do it anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
So you can always have your own therapy mode by yourself. And then the coolest thing is like you don't have to like go by any standards. You can just really go by your own. And some people F with that, and then some people don't. And like those people that are making music firstly for themselves and I don't know, to like relieve their frustration or tension or get emotions across, that's good. I think that's good as hell. They're like way better than famous people that are doing it for money. But then it like, you know, it always gets to that point like, oh yeah, I need money.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, what is your relationship with that? Like, I know sometimes yeah, it's difficult when you're something that's so personal and cathartic ends up being something that you also sort of need to make a little bit of money on. How does that balance work for you? Are you able to, you know, when you're doing a project for money, are you still able to get the same catharsis out of it?
Hell yeah.
Good.
It just transfers like differently. You like, it's either, dang, I don't know how to even say it. I don't know how to say what I was about to say. So I'm going to say something different. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm like imagine you're a professional skateboarder or something. Like before then you were doing it for fun. And then like you get to that point where you're like, whoa, I was doing this for fun. And now my skill level has gotten me like money. Like that's how I look at it.
That's awesome.
So it can't really like be that bad, except the whole point that we have to work for money. So yeah, it's kind of half and half. Everything's kind of like, is it worth it, you know? So It just depends on your preference.
Certainly, yeah.
But also, I grew up with my grandmother, so she's always like, look at everything really open. And I was like, yeah, you're right, Grandma.
For sure, that wisdom. Would you just pick up instruments that were sort of like laying around, or how did you choose the instruments that you play? And I'm also curious in how you started producing, like what DAWs you use. Did you use like cracks, or like how'd you get into that?
My friend was using this thing called GarageBand. If y'all know that, I now have GarageBand on my phone. Turn the hell up, people out there making music on their phones. That's really like a whole thing. Like people are making music on their phones and like chilling in their car. I won't go off on a tangent, but like they just have like super stereos and they don't have to buy them for the room. Anyway, yeah, I guess it started when like my uncle's friend gave me a broken guitar. And I think that's, I don't know, a really good way to like kind of like I don't know, think about my music or something, because it all started with like stuff that was out of tune and stuff that was broken. And then I also was never like trained on how to make music, so I just taught myself all these weird ass chords, and people were like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know. And if I just like stop playing, I won't remember what I was playing, so I just have to record it immediately and like put it out there.
For sure.
But yeah, over time, like really, like I guess honestly, all within the same year, I was like, oh, I want to learn guitar, and then I was like, wait, I want to learn piano, and then maybe like the next year, someone was like, here's the violin, and so those are the only 3 instruments I know. I can like fuck around with xylophones and stuff, but yeah, once it gets digital, like it got crazier. It's like honestly kind of funner when it's digital. There's like more to work with,
Yeah.
I think there was another part of that question that I'm actually forgetting. Was it like, how did I get into producing?
Yeah.
One day, I just really liked rap, and I really wanted to make beats. And before then, I was only making house music. But I was like, house music is fire, but I can't figure out like, mini arrangements to take it out of like itself to make it like real. But like the beats that I was making, there's I don't know, like I guess because like I just don't know how to sample shit very well, and like people sample and make their music way better, and I still don't know how to do it correctly. When I sample, it sounds like shit. So yeah, hip hop was better because you can like have this beat going and have like a free flow instead of like this house music that wasn't giving me a lot of energy. Do y'all know what gabber is, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, gabber was another thing I really liked. Oh crap! Can y'all still see me?
No.
I think you turned off the camera or something.
No, the transmission, the freaking hold up, the mute. God dang it. Okay, I'm just gonna. I can't really accept phone calls right now, can I?
Oh,
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
if you
Yeah, I
need
don't know
to
either.
take, though, we could
Yeah, if you need to take it.
reconvene.
It was just the mechanics calling me, probably letting me know that I can come and see what's up with the car, which I know is going to be effed up, but yeah.
Well, if you want,
Anyway, that's how it started.
if you'd rather like pause and come back to this, we can do that. Whatever is easiest for you.
Nah, F all that. I'm already walking there. Whatever they got to tell me, they're going to tell me when I get there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You mentioned earlier that you sometimes you can't remember what you're playing if you stop, so you have to record instantly. I'm curious, do you do a lot of performing live, or how does that I guess now that you're making beats, maybe that's a different situation as well, but But yeah, do you perform live? And if you do, how do you navigate, having to just kind of record everything as you go?
Well, I performed live when I was like playing instruments, which was easier, and sometimes I would also record those. But if I like practiced it enough, and when I played music with people, like you practice it so many times, you're like, oh, that's what it looks like. And also, we had to record ourselves playing so that I remember the finger placements. It's like literally like a dyslexic musician or something. Not dyslexic. What is it called? Anyway, yeah, it was like a yeah, my memory's messed up. I'm fried. But yeah.
But you're like able to recall after like listening to them.
What?
You're able to recall like the songs after listening to them.
Um, as like time went on, yeah.
Yeah.
But usually no. And I was making like all of these beats, and I knew that if you do hip hop live, you don't have to remember what you play, so it just worked out easier.
That's nice. That's now that things are starting to open up a little bit post pandemic, have you done much live stuff, or are you still waiting? I mean, I know your situation's just sort of in flux right now, but have you done much in the way
Is that
of
saying?
have you done much in the way of live stuff since things opened back up?
I did my first show at Toki Tattoo Shop in Atlanta, and that was really cool. There were really great people on that list. That was a crazy first show to do, and yeah. Since then, unfortunately, I got stuck here, but since then I was told about another show to play in Atlanta. Couldn't do it, clearly. Been here. And then another one in New York. So I'm trying to leave so I can get out there and put my stuff out there. Look at this
That's
dog
great.
walking up on me.
Aw.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. Oh man, that's great. Before yeah, I guess you'd mentioned before we started recording, when we were just talking in the chat, that you had an upcoming project coming out early July. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. In the chat, I couldn't remember the name of the song, and I didn't remember until you just started talking about it, and then I just forgot again. No, now I remember again. Sorry. On July 9th, I'm releasing this song called like Zuji Threes, which like the name means nothing. It's just like an alternative name, like Core Passion or something. But a lot of times when I like get mail, I always put in fake names, and Zuji Threes is just one of the names that I use for my mail. So that song is going to come out on July 9th, but it's a part of an album that'll come out later this year called Fear Year, which is pretty much like the feeling from the pandemic that it left us with. And then there's one more album that'll come out this year two more albums, but one more album that'll come out for me personally called Land of Goats, which is just like all of my producers that I work with. They're all on there, and they're like the best to me. So it's just called Land of Goats. But Fear Year, I made every single song by myself. And I usually do. I usually like working alone. It's just harder to work with people because I'm like, shit, I hope I can make it, worth it, Like I'm like, hey, there's like pressure when you work with people versus like working with yourself.
In terms of production or like lyrics, like do you like working with other people who rap over your production, or is that equally as like challenging?
That one's actually better. I especially like working with people that are like, like R&B artists, or pretty much rap is kind of like half an R&B now anyway. So yeah, I just like them all. That's That's way better than like someone making a beat for me and then me having to be perfect, or like, I have like a standard. I want to be like good enough that they're like, I want to fuck with you again.
For sure.
So yeah, I'll be making tracks as best as I can.
I wonder what your like where you get your like rap and singing style sort of from, like what inspires that?
As you can tell, I'm kind of a joker. Just like jokes, like all day long, I'm joking, but kind of serious. I mean, I'm just like, trying to have fun while being alive or whatever. But like, this is so fucked up. I'm having an interview while I'm walking next to like the sewage thing and next to the highway. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I guess it comes from like, treating like pain, a certain way. Like I'm like, oh fuck, that sucks. That shit happened to you, and then cracking a joke, and then my friends are like, thanks for that, So I guess I do a lot of that in my music, and then sometimes I do try to be more serious or something. I don't know. I don't really know exactly where the style comes from, except how I'm feeling in the moment. But a lot of times, mostly, my gosh, I want to crack a joke like right now, like all the time.
For sure.
That's how it feels.
That's great.
Also, I'm walking with no water.
Oh no.
I'm probably gonna get like weird in a second.
So yeah, I think that a blend of like humor in your work combined with sometimes just listening to your music, you also hear like some pretty frank and what sounds like pretty personal stuff just about mental health in general. I think that combination is really interesting, and I wonder it sounds like a lot of your stuff is very comes just from your own experience and stuff, but in terms of music or writing, are there any influences or other artists you turn to and draw from?
Everyone's good, no matter like what. They're all good. There's always something you can get from like any musician, not like stealing wise, just like a perspective that you probably need, but I mainly listen to a lot of my friends, and other than that, people that I just want to play with. I've been listening to a lot of Yami Online, and it's like Hyperpop. I listen to a lot of Hyperpop right now, and then I listen to a lot of like, I don't know how to say it, like Japanese like future pop stuff. Yeah, you name it, gabber metal, everybody. It's everybody, anywhere at any time. Like in a restaurant, it's going down. It inspired me. Literally watching a TikTok video, it's inspired me just out of nowhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's probably like the most optimistic thing I've said. But I think I missed something that I was gonna say. Oh yeah, in the songs, like how you were saying, there's like the mental health thing, like everything that happens to you, like all that pain shit, like you can only joke about it afterwards. So then why not just combine the two? Because you actually do that in real life, and like the country accent is like supposed to be fun, but like there's kind of like an eeriness I don't think people actually feel. But the country accent, there's like a race war behind it. It's kind of fueled. But so I just try to make it fun so people don't have like fear when they're like alone. If they're like a black person or a person of color, like alone in the middle of nowhere, and you hear a country accent, it would scare you probably, or it used to scare me. So now that like I joke about it, someone's like, this person kind of sounded like you, and I started laughing, and I'm like, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like I really like a lot of like surreal shit. So a lot of my lyrics like mix in with reality, but then they just turn out really fucking out there and really dreamy, or like phantasmagorical or something. It's like fucked up. What the fuck? This dude with a fucking dog. They're following me.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. I was kind of like wondering.
I wish I would have told me. I can't see what's behind me. I'm walking in front. I'm walking looking in front.
We'll let you know if they start walking
If they
much
keep
faster.
following you, yeah. At least you're in like a little more populated area now, it looks like.
There's just like a bar here.
Mm.
They got this crazy graffiti in front of it. It's all right.
Could
I don't
be
know what
good
the
or
hell.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably oh shit, I muted myself. Whoops, I was just talking the whole time.
Oh no, we could hear you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. I was just gonna say, like, it's probably good. I went into one place there yesterday, just to get food. So I don't know. I didn't really experience it, and then I left because I don't want to like make friends with these people because I'm like scared. They got me really scared about Albuquerque, like for real.
I'm sorry.
They're like, you better be careful. Like when I still had my car, like the realtors were like, everywhere you go, turn your wheel to the left or the right, and then put your emergency brake on so that way someone catches the thief before they steal your car. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are you gonna tell me that? And I came here to like I just wanted to move. Like, how are you gonna tell me that?
Yeah, they're not really selling you on the place, are they?
They're actually they were selling me to leave, and then I like actually took their advice and started leaving. And then I got stuck here.
Oh, no.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's So you mentioned trying to get to a show in New York. Do you travel, or I guess nobody travels often anymore, but prior to the global health crisis, did you travel a lot for shows?
No, because I hadn't played shows yet, and I was just working on how to sound. Like someone brought that up to my attention that, you know, you need to define sound before you just go out and start doing it. So I don't want to be like, oh man, people didn't like it, and they said I sound like someone else. So I just took some time. It's okay. And if I died, you know, whatever, we wouldn't have this interview, but we, you know, it's working.
What does that mean? Like sound like someone else? Is that something that you want to avoid, or?
Hell yeah. Every artist probably doesn't want to sound like somebody. They kind of just like take it in, you know, but really I feel like a lot of artists in Atlanta definitely want to find their own sound because Atlanta's so progressive and everyone's like really good. Like no one's lacking in Atlanta making music. They're not really chill. They're all fire.
Does it feel like competitive to a degree that's uncomfortable?
Hell no.
No.
It feels like a fun competition because right now it feels fun. It will feel worse later probably. But because I'm just working with all of my friends really, and I don't know, the pressure that really comes from other people, like it's kind of subjective. You can take it or leave it, you know. And other artists will put pressure on others, and like hip hop in general is really stupid. So there's a lot of things that need to stop in it. So we're all just kind of moving with a thought in mind to avoid some stuff, you know.
And you mentioned transplants earlier. How do people feel sort of about that out there? Like people moving there for the scene, like.
I guess people don't really care. It just means there's more people to know.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were like, oh shit, they can't move here, that would be really silly. Like, we don't even own this land.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do we care? The fuck?
That's true.
That'd just be petty as hell. Woo. Oh, y'all, the other night, literally saw a poisonous centipede, and this dude stumped it out with his fucking sandals on. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I was just like, holy fuck, it's raw out here. And to give you a crazier visual, the guy that stumped it out, when I finally looked from his sandals up to his face, he looked like Dwayne Johnson. I was like, what the hell?
Was it? Was it
Rock's
The
out
Rock?
here and he's crushing centipedes.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? It's centipedes.
Oh my
That's
god. Poisonous centipedes at that.
was it like I know some centipedes have like poison on their legs, so when they walk you can like see a trail of them like poisoning shit. Was it like that, or were these like the sort of centipedes that like bite, or both?
It was like the kind of centipede that when you see, you start backing up and you don't notice any of that shit.
Oh, fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, I was too scared to like inspect that shit until it was dead.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
Oop.
I believe we lost Court.
Yeah, looks like it. I don't know what to do.
Well, let's just stay on for a moment. Thank you for those watching for bearing with us technical wise. Maybe Court will try to join us again. I wonder.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, sweet.
Can y'all hear me again?
Yeah. What's up?
People keep calling me.
We were worried it was like a centipede coming back back from the dead.
Nah, none of that shit.
Well, we touched on it earlier, but yeah, you've done some soundtrack work, right? For you did the soundtrack for, was it Pink Clouds, the
Yeah.
Casey Duran?
Yeah, just Pink Cloud, but yeah. Duran actually likes my music a lot, and so that's the homie. So hell yeah, just use anything for free. Honestly, whenever. I just love everything like he does because it's so crazy. Definitely what I mean by like Atlanta, like everyone's ahead of their time type of thing. Duran, for real.
That's awesome. That's
Sure.
What was the process of doing the soundtrack for? Was he using stuff that you'd already made, or were you making stuff specific for the film, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, he was using stuff that I already made. I don't even know where he found that shit, honestly. I don't know I know where he found it. It was on my Bandcamp when I had the Bandcamp going, and then I switched over to SoundCloud, but I had like, honestly, I have no idea because I made like 100 albums. I was like always making music, trying shit. And he was like, I like this one. I like this one. So I was like, go ahead. And then he asked me to be in the movie. And I was like that person that stole like little pictures of pets and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking raw. That's a crazy idea. That shit's real. Shit actually happened.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how was it being in the film too? Like,
in Pink Cloud?
yeah.
It's like really like we just probably do one day or maybe 2 days. And any idea that Duran would have, it was just like him and I and maybe one other person. I think Juan was with us, and he was just like, all right, do this. And then one time he was like, I need you to fucking cry. I need you to fall down and cry for the scene. And we were in this fucking neighborhood, I guess private property, because this lady came out while I was like about to fall, and she was like, get the fuck out of here before I call the cops. And Duran was still filming. We didn't even look at her, and he was like, go ahead, just bust out, start crying right now before the cops come. and I just fucking fell on the ground and started bawling.
Wow.
Damn.
It was funny. It's always fun. Everything with Duran is extremely fun, and then, bro, sometimes it gets too crazy like that.
Yeah, that sounds stressful. That's.
I mean, that lady was just like, whatever. She was just freaking out because she thought, I don't know what she thought. She thought like she owned the whole place, so she was acting like a dick. But it's just the neighborhood, and it's not like we were bothering anybody. Like, I was like crying like at such a low sound volume that like if you came outside you'd be like, what the hell is that? Like we weren't disturbing anybody.
I was curious, like where you get inspiration for lyrics too. Like if you would write something about this this whole experience that you've had these past couple days, or if you keep it a little more surreal and abstract, like how much of your stuff is like a documentary and how much of it is just kind of like characters and fun scenarios, or sad scenarios.
It's 50-50 because I'm definitely writing off the real, but then if it gets too real, I can feel like the heaviness or the energy change. So to put the fun in it, the fun is still real and like the surrealness or whatever, but it just like makes it to me more palatable for like anybody, and like there's like a part in the new song where I say something about like doing drugs or something, and I'm like sipping lean or something, but I say it like I have mud in my Wendy's Frosty cup, and I say it in a way that everyone's like, haha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like real shit, like doing drugs, while selling drugs, like all of that shit is real. And then every other line is like, make it funny, make it count, or like make it support that line, but keep going somewhere while being interesting, or like, I don't know. It's probably different every time. I don't even know I'm trying to talk about lyrics there. It feels like a dream when I'm making lyrics. I'm like, who is this? This is coming out of me. And I actually suck at poetry. So like people are like, read this poetry, or read my poetry. And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking understand. I don't even fucking get it. I like poetry because it's so whimsical and like fairy tale like, but I don't even understand. I'll go to like poetry things and I'm like, hell yeah, that was fucking crazy, and still not get it. I love that shit. That shit is fire. People that can do that, fuck.
That's great. That's interesting. Yeah, I sometimes I feel that way about poetry and just people's lyrics in general. It's like, yeah, I don't think I picked up all of that, but I enjoyed it. Like, all right.
Yeah.
When you're writing lyrics, do you usually have the music for it already done, or are you making the beats kind of tailored to what you've written, or a little bit of both?
The music's already done, so like the feeling's captured, and then you just pretty much write the feeling also. So I just listen to it over and over again. Like me and my friend Little Hard Eyes, we'll like get in our car and listen to the song on repeat and make lyrics. Like I'll just record myself. I have like an extra Instagram, not the Court Passion one, and not the Rehab Day one, but I have this Instagram where I specifically only use it on private to record the song in the story, and then do lyrics on it, and then record it to my voice notes. It's like such a process.
Wild.
Yeah. And that's like, I can listen to it in the speakers and know if it'll sound good when I go back to the house to record it. Like that's how I have to do it. Oh shit.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, if it sounds good in the car, then it's going to sound good pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah, if it sounds good in the car, you're fucking set.
Definitely.
I just made this tweet the other day that just said headphones are sound jail. Because like you think it sounds so good, and then you take it out the headphones and you're like, oh my God, I should have been listening to this on like both at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're like stuck in this world. Like when you're in the headphones, you're like, I'm blocked out from everything, and like you can't hear what's going on. And then like, I'll just hear like I'll take my headphones off and my neighbor's car is like getting broken into. You're like, I just really felt like that in the moment. Headphones are fucking sound jail.
Yeah. That's true.
That's wild. Yeah, that's it's interesting. You'd mentioned earlier, yeah, folks just making music on their phones and then testing it out in their cars. Do you make a lot of your stuff? You said you have GarageBand on your phone. Is that kind of one of your preferred ways to work, or?
No, my other friend Gabe, who's like a producer out of Virginia, he like only makes his music through GarageBand. And I was like, yo, I want to do that. And then I did 2 songs and I was like, I hate this. Because I'm just so used to using FL Studios. And so then I looked up like, oh, I want to change my ringtone one day. And I found out that you can literally download the song, put it in GarageBand, and like make it your ringtone for your iPhone. So that's what I use GarageBand for. Like any sound that I hear, I just rip it and then I fucking use it for my text messages and shit. And it's funny as hell. People were like, how the hell did you get that? And I was like, GarageBand. And then they do that shit and look it up.
That's great. So if a person were to call you right now, what sound would you hear?
What'd you say? Hold up. What'd you say?
If somebody were to call you right now, what sound would you hear?
You hear my friend Toki's dog barking, and then the TV going, or no, the TV's like has some weird sound on, and then Toki is saying my favorite show. Like that's my text message.
That's great.
And if you call my phone though, you'll hear like do y'all know that band Blackpink?
No, actually.
Blackpink is like a huge K-pop sensation group, and it's like 4 girls. But they're so big, they had like a Netflix documentary, and we all watched it. And there's a part when they're crying in Thailand, and this girl's like, I don't want to cry, I don't want to cry, and then she starts crying, and that's my ringtone for when you call my phone.
That's great.
It sounds really funny. It's like, you know, it's genuinely funny, but also like kind of sad because whatever.
Yeah, those lives are crazy.
Yeah. I really fuck with K-pop though. Really do, low key. People really don't like it, but whew, it's nuts. That whole industry is fucked up.
What do you like about it?
Honestly, the music videos were the first thing that got me, but like how like scary professional they do it. Like if the person's voice sucks, they'll just get someone else to sing for them.
Jesus.
Like they just want to sell it. Like they're selling it so fucking hard that it's like so evident, you know.
Mm.
And like they look up like likable quality factors and shit. Like K-pop is fucking scary.
Yeah, it's like the
They're
ultimate
like,
commercial music, right?
Yeah, they're like everyone's like, yeah, pop is okay, but it's really scientific, and then K-pop takes that to a totally different level.
Yeah, it's like atomic bomb of like. Yeah.
But I kind of like I think I like how fucked up it is. I like that way. That it's just so messy and it's still doing so well, and like everyone fucking knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so to somebody out there who's not super aware of K-pop, what's a good place to start? What are your like favorite K-pop groups?
I'm not even gonna say my favorite one, but I'm gonna say the easiest place to start is BTS. They have a fucking like whatever meal at McDonald's or some shit.
Yeah, have you had it?
Hell no, I don't eat McDonald's. That shit gives me the shits.
That's fair.
But yeah, BTS is like probably the biggest group in the world, honestly. And then the group that I actually like, my ex-roommate. Wow, that feels weird to say. My old roommate got me into this band called GOT7, and then Blackpink, and recently I just got into Stray Kids and this guy named Taemin, who apparently just went to the military and his music stopped. So I found it like right as he was leaving for the military. Makes me sad. Actually pretty good.
Right.
But he's supposed to be good, or you know, he wouldn't be a K-pop star. They're not gonna you know how it goes, K-pop. I
For
just
real.
explained it.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Oh.
have you ever done any? I know that you'd mentioned hyperpop and K-pop. Have you ever done any production stuff that's sort of in that vein, or do you have any aspirations to make poppier stuff at any point?
Damn, this is gonna sound so fucked up, but what'd you say?
Oh no, not a problem. No, so you've mentioned hyperpop and K-pop and stuff, and I hear a lot of pop in your music now. But do you have any aspirations to make anything more explicitly poppy?
Hell yeah! If I get to the point where I can actually figure out how they make K-pop, I'm gonna do it. And I want to make like the fucked up K-pop that won't sell, but not like K-pop. It would just be, I guess in this case, since I'm in Atlanta, A-pop. Yeah, it'd be funny as hell because as far as I know, I've only seen like one black person in all of K-pop, and I mean, you won't even see a white person, so that's like insane.
Yeah.
Shit would be really funny to like dive into, and like it'd be funny as hell to get serious about it.
Yeah, that would be quite an endeavor, but that'd be great if you could pull it off.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's just like the music, I just don't know how to make it all. Like that type of pop music, I think I don't have the money for the VSTs to make those sounds. And like the type of brain to make it alone. A lot of K-pop, just like pop music, is a ton, like 30 people working for one artist to make them the best thing ever.
Yeah, that
And just me doing all that manpower by myself would probably drain me. So I want to do it when I get some help.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it can be like a project where you recruit some people and it's just like a one-time thing or something, unless it like pops off or something.
I have a friend that knows how to make pop music really well, so hopefully I can learn from them very soon. We've been in contact, but I won't know when we're gonna link up until further notice.
Cool.
Yo, I'm so lost and I don't have the GPS on. I'm just going off of like where I think the shop is.
oh shit. That's yeah, so were you staying like a pretty far ways away from the mechanic, and then
Yeah, not really by a car, but I couldn't order an Uber before this, so I just was like, oh, I'll walk. And it said like a 9-minute drive, so I was like, oh, it'll be fine. But then I looked at it again, it's an hour and 47 minutes, so they'll see me when they see me.
shit, that's a hell of a hike. Good for you. You'll get your steps in or whatever. Oh, I just said you'll get your steps
I don't do that shit.
Okay.
I don't even like fucking exercising. But if I'm having fun while I'm walking, this is a great day, I guess. I'm getting my steps in. What are y'all listening to right now, by the way, like music-wise?
I'm currently listening to like Undo K from Hot. Is like the drummer from Death Grips and like a guitarist, Nick Reinhardt, and they
Bro,
put
that's
out
messed up.
this
I was literally listening to Death Grips this morning.
nice.
Yeah.
So it's like a side project of those guys, or like the drummer from that, and it's pretty intense. Yeah, Zach Hill. It's really good. I'm trying to make music like that.
Check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out later.
Yeah, that's a great new project. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of 100 gecs and this band PHF, but
Y'all listen to some good shit right now.
what about you? What are you listening to?
Holy smokes. Well, like I said earlier, a lot of Yami Online. Mainly I'm listening to a mix of like this person's name is Pink Pantheress from the UK, I think. I could have messed that up. I'm not sure if they're from the UK. That's fucked up for me to say. I don't know. But then the other person that I'm listening to a lot is Bermuda Ye from Atlanta. Yeah, and mainly my friends, but I've been mentioning them the whole time, so they've been mentioned already.
That's great. Yeah, it's so cool to hear that you've got such a great community down in Atlanta, and it sounds like you really work with a lot of great people.
Yeah.
Bro, Atlanta's crazy. Like, my car broke down, and my friend was like, please post about it. Just please do it. And I was like, that's kind of, I never done that. And then, it really wasn't. I don't know why the hell I was embarrassed, but certain things. People just started, like, literally helping me here because people really don't want me to die, I guess. And I was like, fuck, people want me to live.
That's great that people helped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, Atlanta community in general is just so welcoming. It's like fucked up. Feels like a whole ass neighborhood. Just like saying hi and shit. We don't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
That's awesome. That sounds like a really cool thing.
It feels really welcoming.
Yeah. Yeah, you should come out to Colorado sometime, man. We should do like a show.
Bro, I was there. I was there during the pandemic.
Wait, really?
Yes. I was there at my friend Alex's house, and we were just skating. There's like social distancing, like, yeah, you can skate in social distance. So.
Yeah, next time you come out, hit us up.
Colorado. Yo, I was in Fort Collins and I went to Denver too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Just found out about Durango. I have a friend in Durango that I didn't even know lived there.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Where are y'all at, by the way?
Westminster.
Oh shit, I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's kind of between Denver and like Fort Collins and.
Yeah, I'm in Longmont, so it's my brother lives in Fort Collins, so it's like 45 minutes south of Longmont and 45 minutes south of Fort Collins and 45 minutes north of Denver, basically.
Wait, so you said 45 minutes south, so it's like in between Denver?
Yeah, it's kind of the spot right.
Yeah, I probably went past there. I didn't notice.
Probably.
Yeah,
Denver is incredible. If like, wow, I would live in Denver, but wow, y'all are like, there's some hike monsters out there. Like, people are fucking active. I was like, what the fuck? It's not my thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, yeah, really avid hikers and adventurers, and yeah, it's odd for sure.
I mean, I'm an adventurer on days like this when I have to be, but that shit is like not every day.
Fair.
Was there anything else you wanted
like a
to?
place for active retires. What? Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about a bit? We're thinking about wrapping up here pretty soon.
Okay, that'll be good for me because then I'll find out where I'm actually going.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody wants to find your music, where should they go?
Bro, you already know I'm on fucking everything. We put that shit on Discord, and then it goes everywhere.
Right on. Well, so we'll have links, but Court Passion, definitely worth checking out. And yeah, thanks for joining us, man, and best of luck with the Albuquerque adventure and everything.
Thank you. I definitely wouldn't call it an adventure. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right for now. Yo, it was good to talk to y'all though, but for real, yeah, my music's on everything. Thanks for wanting to do an interview with me. That's crazy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
thanks for doing it.
Absolutely.
I'm just Duran's friend. This is crazy. Life is crazy right now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great talking to you, and yeah, thanks for being on, and yeah, we'll look forward to more stuff from you soon.
Okay, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. I can't even think. It's like so loud at this intersection.
All right.
Yo, toodles with my shoes, bro.
Yeah.
2 fingers, bro. 2 fingers.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
See y'all. Have a good day. Bye.